You are a published author. You finally finished your book. You're on Amazon.com, you're on BarnesandNoble.com, you even got a website, but you're realizing that selling your book, book sales, that part, that's a whole other story. Hi, I'm Savannah Taylor. Welcome back to the channel. And listen, I've been where many of you are. You've finished your book, you've put it out there, and you just thought that family and friends were going to come running, honey, right? And well, you found out otherwise. And even if you did have some friends and family to support, you're also coming to the realization that it's not bringing in the money that you thought you were going to get when you finally put out your wonderful book. Well, I am here to give you 4 tips on how to change all of that. I've written 3 books, and I am living proof that even though you probably have never heard of my books or maybe not have even heard of me, I've done very well with my book sales. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did so that you can say the same thing. The first thing that I want to present to you is something that I know some of you are you feel some kind of way about this, and that is ebooks. Now, let me tell you, my first book was a paperback, and like I said, it's done very well. But you know what? I will admit that my ebook did even better. And I believe it's because, a lot of voracious readers, yeah, you have those that really want to feel that book and they like, the print. But you have a lot of people who consume ebooks like candy. You have a lot of people who have these subscription services for ebooks and they really just eat it up. So you have to consider the times in that we really are in an ebook generation. There are people who buy ebooks constantly. And if you want to tap into that market, if you really want to take advantage of that kind of money coming in, you might want to consider doing an ebook. And there are ways to, if you already have a paperback, you can change your paperback into an ebook. That's a whole other video. I'll probably do something on that a little later, but just something to put on your mind for those of you who, hear, oh, I prefer the paperback. And then you'll even hear some people like, oh, I like to feel my book. And you know what? Let me tell you something, what I learned. Those people probably wouldn't buy the ebook anyway. All right. Just so don't get caught up with that when you hear people say, oh, I like real books. Real readers still buy ebooks, okay? And those people who have an issue with the paperback, like I said, they probably wouldn't even buy the ebook anyway. So let that go in one ear and out the other. But for all intents and purposes, consider doing ebooks. In fact, it also benefits you as well because, as you know, it's way less expensive to do an ebook. And Amazon.com, if you want to go that route with doing an ebook through them, make it super easy. Again, that's a whole other video. I'm not going to go into all of that. But ebooks are cheaper to make, cheaper to buy. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of money to be made if you consider doing an ebook. Now, the next thing I want to present to you to really help you with book sales is actually what helped me with my first book. And this is actually how I even started with YouTube. I started a YouTube channel to promote my book because here's the thing with being an author. People really don't buy your books, unless they know who you are. A lot of times that's why they do back in the day, they did book tours or signing tours, or, some of you probably, we all did the bookstore thing where you have a bookstore host you and you have a book signing party, right? And people connect with you. They know your work. You have a platform. Okay, well, I know a lot of you out there probably don't have that luxury, okay? And even though I did kind of have a little bit of a platform myself, I still wasn't as well known as, say, a lot of other people who maybe were speakers and went all around the country doing conferences and things like that and were able to say, hey, after the conference, buy my book out in the lobby. Some of you might not have that luxury. And even if you do, I still strongly encourage you to consider starting a YouTube channel. And here's why. YouTube channels, remember, It's different from other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, because the way the algorithm works in YouTube, this is evergreen content. When people search for your topic or search for you or something regarding your topic that may be something that your book touched on, YouTube is a search engine. The other platforms really are not. Okay. Most of the time, when people are searching for information or searching for how to do something or searching for help with how to resolve a problem, YouTube is a search engine, and it's the second largest search engine in the world. Google is the first largest, and Google owns YouTube. So just think about that when, in terms of getting exposure and getting your face out there and getting your name out there. YouTube really is prime online real estate. And I can't say enough as to how it really helped my book sales. Now, here's how you work it. If you're going to start a YouTube channel to promote your book, you don't have to, give up all the content in your book. What I did is that I gave little teasers. I talked about things maybe I would expand on a particular topic that wasn't in the book, but then still whet the appetite of the listener and the viewer to say, I want to read a little bit more about that, right? And you can actually do that for each chapter in your book, or maybe just give a different spin, talk about it without giving up all the parts of your book. There's ways around that. Just you have to be creative and think out the box. But the bottom line is you definitely want to consider starting a YouTube channel to promote your book. Now, the third thing, this is something that I wish I knew way sooner, but I did this a little later, and let me tell you, it was like fairy dust. And some of you might be a little like, really? But blogging, oh my goodness, you guys, blogging is not dead at all. Blogging is not dead. And here's why. If you notice, a lot of times when you're searching for certain topics, a blog will come up, right? And you probably didn't even realize that that's what blogging is. But here's another beautiful thing about blogging. Now, WordPress which is what most people do their blogs through. That's what I do my blog through. And again, I'm not going to go into all that. I'll leave a link down below to check all that out. I'll even maybe include some people who show you how to work WordPress a little better. I won't go into all that. It's not complicated, you guys. I mean, you probably have to maybe take an afternoon to learn how to navigate it all, but WordPress for blogging is not complicated. But you are going to thank me when you finally learn the value of blogging. Now, here's how you work it. Blogging is pretty much like you would do with your YouTube channel. Let's say with your YouTube channel, the way you talk about your book on your YouTube channel, you're just going to basically do the same thing in your blog. You're going to write the same thing. You can even put a link to your YouTube channel in your blog. Okay. So not only are you getting exposure that way, you're getting more views, you're getting followers, you're getting subscribers. And guess what? WordPress also pays. Yes, you can get picked up by Google on WordPress for your blog, which is another stream of income. I'm telling you guys, how I wish I knew about blogging so much sooner than I did. It really, really will help catapult your book sales. I'm telling you. What I'll do is I'm going to put a link to a content creator who, in my opinion, really explains blogging a whole lot better than I can. She, in my opinion, is the queen of blogging. And she actually is someone that I followed and learned from. And I think that'll just serve you better. Hey, when it comes to being a content creator, you got to know how to stay in your lane. Okay. And I stay in my lane. Again, I'll put a link down below so that you can get more into that. But for all intents and purposes, please write this down: blogging. Now, before I give my last tip, if you've gotten any value from this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below. It really does help the channel. And guess what? For those of you who kind of, you've started writing or you haven't started writing and you're realizing that this is a lot, it's overwhelming, guess what? I have a free, completely free, as in click and go, free little mini course for you down in the description, a link to my free little mini course on how to start and finish your book. So if you maybe are thinking about starting another book, or if you haven't and you just need some help, like somebody to hold your hand and tell you, how do I do this? Okay, because writing seems easy, but then, just start and you're going to learn today, right? But a lot of you have stories and things that we need to hear. The world needs to hear your story, but I also want to help you get that story out and not feel so overwhelmed. So I have a link down below for that. Just wanted to get that in there before I give you this last tip. So now here's the last tip. You guys, Pinterest is not dead either. Okay. Some of you were kind of like, blogging, really? But let me tell you something. Pinterest is alive and well. So here's what you want to do. Now, Pinterest is run by Google as well. It's a search engine as well, but it's not the type of platform that will pay you. Here's how you get profit, from that. What you want to do is, if you don't already know how to navigate Canva, okay, Canva is where you create thumbnails and banners and things like that. Give yourself an afternoon to just kind of go over to canva.com. It's not complicated. Canva has come a long way. It's pretty much click and drag, drop and drag. What color do you want? What theme do you want? Pick, all that kind of stuff. But just take an afternoon and learn how to create a thumbnail for Pinterest, and learn how to create something to catch the person's interest, to draw them to want to read your book. Maybe you want to put a picture of your book cover up there. Maybe you just want to take a title from one of your chapters and put it out there like bam. And, a lot of people will click and be like, well, what's this about? Okay. Bottom line is this: Pinterest is not dead. And you definitely want to create a platform on Pinterest to promote your book. And they go hand in hand with your blogging, okay? Not only do they go hand in hand with your blogging, they also go hand in hand with your YouTube channel. As soon as someone taps your link on Pinterest, boom, they're already watching your YouTube channel. It ain't even like they got to log on to YouTube, okay? This is the stuff, the strategies that I really wish someone would have told me sooner, because I don't really think anyone is, very few people, I'll say, I can't say no one is doing it, but very few people are giving these strategies for free. Okay. I know there's some people out there who are charging a lot of money, but listen, I want to help you. I want you to succeed. Again, I have put a link down below to my free mini course. It's just a little mini course. It's get your pen and paper. I'm going to give you a fast track. I took out all the fluff. I took out all the little extra. I just got right into it, and to show you how to start and finish a manuscript. If you want that link, just go ahead and watch my next video.